Good morning, everyone. I hope you're having a good day. It's Brenda Quintana, and today is Casing Tuesday. It feels like the year is getting started slowly on my end, but I am here. It is still the morning, so I feel like that's a win. So today we're going to be taking a card out of the catalog and giving it a makeover. And so let's take a look at what today's card is. All right, I'm going to move my head out of the way. And this card has a lot of layers going on. And sometimes when we have a card with a lot of layers, it's okay to delete one or two of them and just kind of make it our own. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of that today. This card, I think, works really well if you have like a small focal point image, like in this case, it's the cake. So you might have a stamp or a die cut that is small that would work well in that place. And then in the background, it's just 3 different designer series papers. So that's like a really easy thing to kind of plug and play and switch out. And then a greeting. So I love these cards that have a lot of layers. And the way that I did mine today turned out a little different. So I kind of like that because Casing Tuesday forces me to do cards that I'm not always 100% comfortable with. Okay, so let's take a look at the sketch. Oops. There it would be. And right here, Yolanda has put in any shape. So, it could be a die cut shape, it could be a circle, it could be a square. It doesn't have to be a shape. If you want to, you can delete that layer. But I did a die cut shape in that place. And then these are the layer sizes, and I changed those too. So as I go through, I will share with you the changes that I made to my card. All right, so this is my card here, and I decided to use the Delightful Wishes bundle, and I also am using the matching paper and some of the matching vellum. I'm going to show you how I attach this vellum. Vellum can sometimes be a little bit tricky to attach because we don't want to see the adhesive behind it. So, but the vellum is so nice and subtle. It's got a hint of pool party in the background. So that makes it really easy just to add the layer on. It's just very simple and subtle. Just adds just a little tiny touch of difference to your card. And then I use also the matching paper for the bundle. So both the designer series paper and the vellum was used. And then I used some of these little bouquet, they're called itty bitty bouquet mix. And I like this because you get a whole container of these. Oops, right here. Get a whole container of these. There's tons of them. And they're so pretty, and they just add a little bit of reflectivity to your card without a lot of depth to your card. So this is totally mailable when you go to mail it because all the embellishments are super flat. So I will show you some tricks that I used along the way. I always do some things different that probably the artist didn't intend. So that's kind of fun to see what happens as I do them. I also have just a couple things. I do have a host code going for this month. Excuse me. There it is. And also, if you spend $50 with me this month, 50, you will be receiving the Sunny Days Iridescent Dots. Please use the host code when you're checking out. If your order is $150 or more, you do not need to use the host code, and you will still receive the gift. In addition to that, let me grab my celebration catalog, because we should mention it is celebration going on, so you get rewarded from Stampin' Up as well. And Stampin' Up will give you a product, a celebration product that you get to choose out of this catalog for every $60 or $120 you spent. So that is a super good deal. And then if you've got a lot that you want to spend. And say you have at least $99 worth of product that you want to spend, then look at this page right here, the starter kit page on page 16 of the celebration brochure, or go to my link on my blog that says starter kit and you can find out more information. Option 1 is 2 Stampin' Write markers and the handmade design stamp set plus $125 worth of product. You pay only $99, but you get, I think it's it's over $200 worth of product. It doesn't say on here. The add-on value is $91 plus the $125 worth of product that you get to pick on top of the markers and the stamp set. And then option 2 just gives you an additional $30 free in product. So that would be $155 worth of product for only $99. And your starter kit ships for free. So if you are planning on spending around $100 or even close to that amount, you could really be getting a lot more product. So if you're interested in that at all, check out my starter kit page. It is right there. And if you have any questions, just let me know. I'm happy to answer questions via text, email. I can also give you my phone number and you can call me if you prefer that. Whatever method makes you feel most comfortable. I'm comfortable with all the methods, so just reach out to me and we can connect. All right, there's also my email address if you need to email me, brendaqstamps@gmail.com. Let me pop that away. Got all the little things that I can put up on my screen. So let's talk about the Delightful Wishes bundle. It's got a lot of dies and matching stamp set. Now that wishing in the stamp set can be cut out with a die. And so it makes for a nice, crisp, clean image like that. It's just beautiful. And I used a mixture of stamped images and die cuts on this card. So you can build the flowers just with the die cuts alone, or you can build them with the florals. And down here, these florals down near the bottom, that multi-floral image, it reminds me of forsythia. And we have, in spring, we have a lot of forsythia that comes up in our yard. And so I'm already looking forward to stamping the forsythia branch, but I couldn't do that today because of this little image was kind of in place of the circle. But I did stamp some of the single flowers and they're just really cute. I just kind of did some random little florals for the inside. So let's get started. Let's make this card and hopefully I'll be able to give you some tips along the way to make your card making easier. All right, so we're going to start off with our card base. And this card base is, I'd like to do the fold up at the top. I know some of you don't like that, but that's my happy place. I don't know why. I don't know why I don't like the folds of the cards like on the traditional side. I don't know, maybe I'm just so over that. I just like them to open up like that. Okay, but you cut your card base however you want, because for this card it does not really matter. So my card base is 11 by 4 1/4, and I scored in half at the 5.5 inch mark. And we're just going to fold this and then use our bone folder to smooth down the fold. I've cut myself 2 pieces of the vellum. This vellum, let's pull it out for a second. This is the vellum. It's got 3 patterns. It's got this kind of blue pattern with the white blossoms. It's kind of got a white pattern background with other colors of blossoms, the yellow and the white. And then we've got this gingham pattern as well. And you get, I'm trying to think, I think you get 2 sheets of each. I don't know. Let me see. I was really bad at 1, 2. Yeah, you get 2 sheets each of 3 different patterns. So these little pieces right here I cut are 3 inches by 1.5. And we're gonna add these on to the card. We're just gonna layer them right there for a moment. We're not gonna glue them yet. Because remember with these, the trick with vellum is you have to hide the adhesive, or you want to hide the adhesive. And then we're gonna cut a piece of this beautiful paper, which is called the Floral Delight Designer Series paper. Let's just take a quick peek through here. So we've got this pattern right here, and we've got the yellow on the back. We've got this nice bright pattern here, and this reminds me of my forsythia. Okay, and then we've got a yellow gingham. This is so nice for spring, for Easter, and then all of those beautiful blooms. So gorgeous. I wonder if some of those can be cut out with the dies. I'll have to check that in a second. Okay, then this one right here, which we're going to use the brown. And then this one here with this background. And then finally this green with these blossoms. I'm going to just grab my Delightful Wishes. Sometimes, oh, I don't know, maybe this one. I don't know if any of these can be cut out with, I'm thinking not. They almost look like they could be, but sometimes they can and sometimes they can't. These ones right here, you can't see through them, so I don't think those ones you can cut. Are there any that do the, nope, let's see, does this one, I don't know that this one lines up either. I'm just checking because sometimes they line up and sometimes they don't. But in any case, this paper just really matches things really well. You know, this almost looks like it could kind of line up, but I think it's just too hard to cookie cutter that into place without having the edge, without having the middle open. But still super beautiful paper. Okay, let's put this aside, put this away. Okay, I have a piece of this brown paper with the beautiful blossoms on the back, which you think, why didn't you use the beautiful pattern? But I needed a neutral pattern for the front. So this one measures 3.5 by 1 3/4, and it will go there. We're going to stamp, we're making birthday cards because, you know, I always need birthday cards. So I'm going to use this greeting. This bundle, the wishing and these other greetings are companion greetings, like wishing you were here, wishing you all the best, wishing you a happy birthday, wishing, there's also another one. This one is, what does this say? I don't even know. It says something. We'll have to cut that out. I don't know what, oh, this one, sorry. I know what this one says. This one is the skinnier version of wishing. If you want to do this in die cut form, you can do both of these together and create this image. But I find it easier just to stamp and use the bigger one. That's what that one says. So then the other two greetings, wishing you lots of love and wishing you well. Okay, let's do the birthday greeting. So I'm going to ink this up. This is pecan pie in the background here. So we're going to do a pecan pie stamping right here at the bottom. And we're going to do towards the left bottom because we want the tail of the G to come down on this side. So we need that. So that will go right there. And let's pop this over here. Now, if you kind of know, actually, you know what? We're going to glue the vellum on afterwards. And I'll tell you why we're going to do it afterwards. Because this flower here is going to go off a little bit, and we can put glue behind that for the vellum. And so we'll do all the gluing once we've got everything arranged. So I'm just going to lay out right now, and we'll let that card just sit while we do the other images. Okay, we're going to die cut this word wishing. I'm going to stamp it in Coastal Cabana. I use Coastal Cabana instead of Pool Party because Pool Party would have been a little too light and it wouldn't have stood out. Coastal Cabana is just a bit darker, and so it's just going to help with, you know, making it visible. You can ink it up like this. Okay, and we'll just stamp this on here like that. Okay, and I think that's everything that I need to stamp first before die cutting. So let's just go ahead and grab out, we're gonna use our mini today. Let's pop the mini out and we'll grab our little plates out. And if you know me, you know I have a tight mini machine. So instead of using the base platform number 1, I always switch to the gray platform number 3, which is a little skinnier. And for my machine, they're all just slightly different. And so I'm using my light gray one and 2 of the cutting plates. And then I can put these away. This one is for embossing folders. We don't have any skinny embossing folders right now. So we don't have a use for that, but if they do come back in again, then we will have a plate for that. And it's useful just to have another plate just to play with if you have dies of different depths. Okay, so let's grab our word wishing. Let's grab the matching die. We're going to put this on here and we are going to take this down with labeling and cover up tape, because otherwise this is going to want to travel while we do this. Okay, let's scoot this over here so I can grab it. And we're just going to outline this word, and I'm just going to try and get it into place so it looks like it's in place. Okay, and when I like the way that looks, I'm going to tape it down and we're going to run it through. That one feels a little crooked. Come on. All right. Gonna do that. And we'll remove this. And there is my wishing. We'll set that aside over here. And then we're gonna die cut our floral. And I've got a piece of lemon lolly and a piece of crushed curry. And we'll grab the matching dies, lemon lolly and crushed curry will go in that order. The darker is going to be in the center. We're going to run these through. And I'm just going to poke this out. And then if you have these little, let me poke this over here onto the plate here. I'm just going to poke out those extra little pieces that need to come out. And that will be the middle of our, this almost looks more like a daisy than it does a forsythia blossom, but it's nice to have some different blossoms in the thing, or maybe it is a blown up forsythia. I don't know. Sometimes we don't know with the artist what their exact intention was. I think we've got all of the die cut pieces we need. So I'm gonna pop this little guy back into its home and we will continue on. All right. this little flower, you just want to kind of dry fit it first because you want to see, okay, where do all the little lines go? And I think it goes like that. So we're going to take this and we'll just add a bit of glue. You could also use adhesive sheet on this one. This is one I would probably do if I wasn't always in such a rush and I wasn't committed yet to my design. This is what happens when I'm designing. I'm never quite committed until the very end. And then it's like, well, I've already done my design and I've already glued it with glue instead of, you know, putting the sticky sheet on top. I just, you know, I'm not going to add sticky sheet to something that I'm not yet committed to. So I've got this little floral, and to make this middle look better, there are some die cut images you could use. And for my particular floral design, I didn't like any of them when it came to the center. There's these two here and this one here. I just didn't like them so much. So I'm going to take my Wild Wheat Dark, and I'm going to be careful because I don't want any of the wild wheat to go on to the lemon lolly part. I just want it a little bit on the crushed curry. And I'm just doing this to darken up the center. And now it looks a little bit more dimensional and it just matches nicely. So that's something that you can do with all of your die cuts. You can absolutely use a Stampin' Blends to help darken that. And actually, I probably would have, instead of doing a Stampin' Blends, I would have used one of the markers, but I don't happen to have that set. I don't have that in color set. So, and now that we're so close to the end of them retiring, I'm not going to get them. I could have maybe used a different color too, like maybe one of the browns. Okay, so let's start putting this together. I'm going to add wishing onto here. I'm just going to put glue on this first half here because the G kind of comes off of the card. So this is my strategy. It's my gluing / vellum strategy for this card. And also it gives me a nice handle for my G. So nothing is glued down yet. So I'm just going to try and get this wishing. I want that S to be low enough, or as low as possible. And then all of that before I really make sure, okay, I think that's good. That looks good. And then let's just pop this down here. I also want to add this flower onto here. So I'm just going to put the glue on this lower half that doesn't go onto the vellum. I don't want to do any vellum gluing yet. So I just want to kind of get this right here into place like that. Okay. All right. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to get this situated how I want it before I go ahead and glue it. I have glue on my fingers, as you can tell. It's lifting up. Okay, so I'm getting things situated. I think I like the way that looks. A little bit squished down a little bit more. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is lift up this piece, and I'm going to put glue on the flower, I'm not going to put glue on the G yet. I'm just going to put glue up top here, just a little bit. Let's see, yes, a little bit on here. And I'm trying to think, right down here. Okay, because I just want to glue part of this down onto my vellum, and then I'm going to pick it up. Okay, trim this and pick it up, and then just kind of look at the back and make sure your vellum is straight, and if it isn't, just straighten it out a little bit. Okay, so now that I've got my vellum looking the way I want it on the back, any place where the vellum has paper, I can put glue on. So I can put glue on this edge right here. If there's anything behind it, I can put glue on it and it will be hidden on this. I can put glue on my word right here that's coming down, and that will help attach that end of the word better. And then I'm going to do a couple of strategic mini dots where there's a center of a flower or maybe a green leaf. I'm just going to put a little tiny bit of glue just to anchor the vellum there, and then I'm going to put a bit of vellum right here underneath the pool party, and a little bit here, right here. Just a teeny tiny bit, and this is going to adhere this whole piece down. And now we're just going to kind of leverage it into place. Okay. All right, and now we need to add some sparkle, because I think that's what makes this card better, is when we add the little sparkly guys onto here. So we're going to use this. We're going to use our take your pick glue, or take your pick tool. And I am going to put glue right where all of these dots are, but just as minimal as I can get. Not put too much glue, and then a little bit up here. All right, now we'll take our take your pick tool and we'll grab these one at a time. And yes, you probably could use, you probably could use mini glue dots on the bigger ones, but I'm not going to do that. And you could also use, we do have a different type of adhesive. Okay, where's my piercer tool? Aha. So I work in conjunction using this and the piercer to let go of things. Let's grab one of these here. We'll put one right there. And I get better at this as time goes on. It's a little bit like paper crafting surgery. You have to kind of do a few surgeries before you get good at it. Let's see, and I think I'm going to use this one right here. Oh, no, that's too big. I want a really flat one. Some of them are flat and some of them have a little dimension to them, so you have to kind of pick through them. And I want all of the ones to have, I see one I want all of them to have the round shape, but you can also use some of the different ones. Okay, that's all there is to it. I'm getting better at it. And here's an extra one that has gone AWOL. Go into your little group. Okay, and that's all there is to it. Now, this card is not a card that I would normally put together, but it was because of the sketch that I decided to put it together. So for the inside, I'm just going to grab a piece of basic white. I have cut this one to 3 3/4 by 5 inches. We're going to use two colors. We're going to use Lemon Lolly, and we're going to use Crushed Curry. So let me see how did I do this? Okay, 3 on the bottom. I like to copy. Once I have a design, I like to go ahead and copy it. So I'm just going to randomly, sorry, I'm going off camera, but randomly stamp 3 of these down near the bottom and 1 of them up at the top. And then I'll grab my crushed curry, and you know, I don't know if there probably is a right way to stamp these, but I don't know what that is. Like I'm gonna go like rogue, and I'm just gonna turn these. Like I'm not gonna line it up. This is just like me just not caring that all the petals are lined up. It's supposed to look a little random. I know. What's going on with me? Okay, then let's grab our Wild Wheat Dark again. And we're just gonna dot in the center. Some little dots to kind of darken up the center. And that way it will kind of go back to the one that I have on the front. It's just gonna add like a little accent to the florals. And then we're gonna glue it to the inside. And you know, my goal I started this, I don't know, I think a couple of months ago. I'm trying to do better at adding insides to my cards, because I actually do use my cards. And when I go then to mail the card and I haven't done the inside, then I'm frustrated because I have to pull out the stamp set all over again, or the bundle, and I have to open up the ink pads and I have to stamp something or bring out paper again. And this way I can just write my message and put it in an envelope and go. So it's just super easy. And so there you go, matching outside and inside, and a little bit different of a card. And this paper is very pretty. So you could probably do even better than me at selecting some paper and putting it in the background. This was just my design, and I hope you will join us over on the Casing Tuesday group and put your card up there and see how you want to do your card and show us what you can do, because I guarantee you some of us might use the same bundle, but I don't think any two cards will look alike unless someone copies someone exactly, which is okay. We're not against that on the group, but unless you're copying someone exactly, most people when they go to design their card will have at least one difference or a few differences, even if you're using the same bundle. All right, I'm glad you made it this far. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. If you're not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would love it if you would subscribe. Leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up. All of that helps me get seen by other people, and I appreciate it so much, because this is my small business and this is what I do for work. And bringing you these cards every week and 3D designs on Friday, that is what I do. It's not a very common job, but I love it nonetheless, and it allows me to work from home, and it's great. All right, thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna say hello to everyone. Good morning, Jean from Maryland, and she's got a sunny day, and so do we today. I've had the blinds tilted so they don't like blast me, right? Good morning, Green Mountain Girl from chilly Santa Fe. Oh, burr, 21 degrees Fahrenheit. That is chilly. Good morning, Linda from Soggy, Oregon. Oh, well, I hope you get a little bit less rain coming up. Good morning, Janine. And she says they're having ridiculous snow showers here. Well, Janine, keep the snow to yourself. We don't want any of it in the Boston area. So just, let it blow it south or blow it north, but not blowing it towards Boston. Thank you. Um, Hello, Lois from Omaha, Nebraska, and it's sunny and freezing there. Marty says, please give Brenda a thumbs up. It helps her channel be seen by more people. Thank you, Marty, for that. She says, it was sunny earlier in Pittsburgh, but now it's just cold and gray. Ugh. I hope the sunshine just really, I don't know what it is about sunshine that makes everything look brighter and happier. Yeah, and Marty says also don't send the snow to us, right? Keep it for yourself. Oh my goodness. Hello, Carol from Chile, Connecticut. Hello, Mary. Carol says she likes the card and says it's pretty. Good morning, Deirdre. Carol says she likes to fold in the tent fold way as well. I don't know. I think it's because all the cards growing up had the fold on the left. I just want something different. I think that's the only way I can explain it. Marty says she thinks the dies in the bundle cut out the flowers in the yellow print vellum. Ooh. Okay. Oh, yeah. I'm just looking, Marty. Thank you. I sometimes, yes, that's it. Right here, this print. Let me go back over here. I'm covered up my cards. This is the yellow print. Thank you. Sometimes I don't spend as much time as I should beforehand, but look at this. Okay, so we're just gonna twist this and twist this. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so yes, look. On the vellum, we can cut things out. I guess I was looking at the wrong piece. And then this one cuts out this one. And let's see, do we have any other? Oh, we've got a little leaf we can put on here. And do we have anything else? I think that's it. So for the open dies, and I've got this turned the wrong way. Here we go. Put this back in here. So I think that's it. So we can cut out this these little florals here. This floral and this leaf can be cut out by the dies. Thank you, Marty. That is very helpful because I was looking at the paper. Totally didn't even think about the vellum having things to cut out as well. So that was awesome. Jean says she's waiting for this bundle and the designer series paper even as she watches me create. She's a hobby demonstrator and she's her own best customer. Well, that's awesome. That's why anyone should get the starter kit too. You don't have to teach classes. You don't have to do anything online. You can be your very own best customer. So I have several team members on here this morning, and they can attest to that it's a great way to get your supplies at a discount. All right, Mary's here and late a little bit from snowy and cold Indiana. I'm sorry it's cold and snowy there today. She said she enjoyed the card video. Hello, Adelaide from Germany. Hello, Diane. And she's going to watch the replay. Mary says, beautiful card. Marty says she loves the colors. I love blue and yellow together. And she said they're so cheerful. Good morning, Mary Ann. And she says, such a beautiful card. And she loves the colors. And Linda says, pretty card. Lori says she's glad to finally catch alive again now that Christmas is over and life is calming down. It'll be nice to participate in the Casing Tuesday challenge again. Awesome. Well, we'll look forward to seeing your card. Hello, Mary from Vegas. Denise says she has a beautiful sunny day in northeast South Dakota. However, the wind chill, oh, it's -7 and a -21 degree wind chill, and or sorry, -7 degrees with, wait, that doesn't sound, it's okay. There's a wind chill, and that's making it -7. Oh my gosh, that is super cold. Um, she said the card leaves her wishing for spring. Yes, well, spring's just around the corner. So I know we're in January, but like we're kind of now we're heading towards spring. I think as we march towards like Christmas and the holidays, I always feel like we're still kind of getting there. And then after we've got the winter solstice over with, then the days are starting to lengthen. So I look forward to this time of year where things, the days are starting to get longer, even though it's just the start of that. But we're moving towards spring, so I'm looking forward to that. Easter, I looked it up yesterday, is very late this year. It's April 20th, I believe. So, it's kind of on the late side this year. But it's nice because we won't have all of our creating cramped like Valentine's Day with Easter right on top of it. It's going to give us a little bit more of a gap and lots of time to do florals and wonderful, happy spring colors. So we can craft with spring products even though it is not yet here. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me this morning. Linda says she just finished her Valentine's. Good for you. So I will be doing our project on Friday. I have not decided what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to have a look and see if there's anything else I want to do Valentine's-y before we get too late into January. And then if not, I have some other ideas for other projects that I want to do besides Valentine's. So we'll see what which direction I want to go. I haven't designed yet. Also want to make sure things are in stock before I do that. All right. There are some things that are supposed to be coming back in stock this week. If I see them, I will send out an email. And because I know some of you are waiting for some products that have been on back order since before Christmas. All right. Have a great week, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.